With the AsULearn Gradebook, setup is everything. Many of our faculty like to use percentage weighting with their gradebook, and by that what I mean is, with the overall grade they might say Exam 1 is 15% of the grade, quizzes 20% of the grade. Let's walk through how to set that up in AsULearn. So now I'm in my AsULearn site. I'm going to click the grades link at the top. Typically when you come to the gradebook, you're in the grader report. But I want to set up my gradebook. So the first thing I'm going to do is go under Grader Report here to this arrow and select Gradebook Setup. I'm also going to collapse this column by clicking this X. When you look through Gradebook Setup, you'll see all your graded items and their point values. AsULearn defaults to simple weighted mean of grades, but I use percentages, so I need to make a change. On this very top line, it's going to list your course name. Go to Edit Settings. Here's the aggregation, and there's the default simple weighted mean. I'm going to change this to weighted mean of grades. I'm also going to keep this box checked, exclude empty grades. What that means is, if I haven't gotten to certain items, don't include those in the overall grade. Early in the semester, if you're counting all the possible graded items, student scores will be very low, so we recommend to keep this box checked. Since I made a change, I'm going to scroll to the bottom and hit Save Changes. Now I'm going to click Continue. So now I have a weights column, and really that's percentages. So what you can do is you can type in a number. So say this personal statement is 10% of their overall grade. I would just type 10. You adjust all these numbers and then hit Save Changes. Now for many faculty, they group things together. At the top here, you'll see Add Grade Item. So maybe there's something that students were assigned, but they didn't do it in AsULearn, but you want a graded item. You can add a manual grade item, enter scores, and those can be part of your calculation. What I want to do right now, though, is group things together. So I'm going to add a category. And I'm going to call it quizzes. Whenever you add a category, you have another opportunity to pick a different aggregation. So even though my overall aggregation is percentages, I might want to do something different here. I'm actually going to recommend here to leave it on simple weighted mean of grades. That gives you a lot of flexibility. If you want to just average scores, you could choose mean of grades. If you're not sure, fill out a ticket and talk to someone on our staff. I'm also going to leave this box checked again, exclude empty grades. When you create categories, you might also want to drop a lowest score. So with quizzes, I want to drop the lowest one, so I'm going to enter a 1 there. I'm going to scroll down and hit Save Changes. Click Continue. So I'm back at Gradebook Setup. Categories always get added to the bottom of the list. So I created a category, but nothing's in it. So my first step is to move all the quizzes into the quizzes category. So I'm going to select them. Once I have all the boxes checked, I'm going to scroll to the bottom, move selected items to, and choose that category. Click Continue. So now I have my quizzes category. It's dropping the lowest, but I can see all the grade items within it. Once you add a category, look back over your math and make sure all your numbers add up to 100. Right now you can see my numbers don't, and AsULearn lets me do that. So you want to make sure that the percentages you list here match what you put in your syllabus to make sure the calculations are correct. So maybe I'm feeling good about my setup, but I want to see what students see when they look at my gradebook. I'm going to scroll up in the page, and under Gradebook Setup, I'm going to toggle it to Grader Report. Grader Report is where I see the listing of all the students and their scores. If I want to look at a particular student, I would click this square icon on the same row as their name. So right now I'm looking at Grumpy Cat. And Grumpy Cat has a 81.87 out of a possible 100. If you're a percentage grader, it should always be 100. So here are the items. They're going to see their scores. When I come down to quizzes, I can see it's dropping the lowest score. It's only counting this one, where they got 8 out of 10. I hope this video helps.